Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna cook the curry goat. We already did a video on how to season it, so today this is what we're gonna put on the bottom of the pot when we start. We're gonna get our peppers, and we're just gonna cut them.
And then dice them up.
Dice them up.
Long way, and then we'll just cook it in the pot.
Okay. A lot of time people prep that you don't get a chance to see the prep. I want you guys to see the prep, so you could do it the same way how they do it. So you can use obviously bell pepper or sweet pepper, any pepper you want, even hot pepper if you like it spicy. It's your preference.
And see, we do like to have the peppers a little smaller than what he has there.
We had a runaway onion. We got him back. All right.
And put the peppers in the bowl. Get you more space. All right. And then this is for our curry. We're gonna put that on the bottom when we started.
Okay, so this is just what you're gonna put down on the bottom of the pot.
Some people put those on top after they're done.
Yeah, you could do it twice for extra flavor. So I think we're gonna do it twice for extra flavor. So that's how we're doing a good amount. So we could have some on the bottom and some on the top when we start later. You can get your onion. Cut your onion in half. And always make sure you separate this thing off the bottom of the onion, please, because then it's gonna make your onion fall apart a lot quicker than if you leave it on. And then try to dice it very thin. So use a sharp knife. It will make it quicker, easier, and safer. But always watch your fingers. Ooh. Okay, so in the process of doing that, when you're finished with your onions, see, they fall apart perfectly fine. Then you get your thyme, same process. In all Caribbean cooking is going to be thyme, so don't forget it when you go to the store, or just keep it around your house all the time. It's like a staple.
On the board.
And then the green scallions.
When you cut the green scallions, please put it on the board. Don't act like a pro, cut it up in the air.
Okay, don't act like a pro and cut yourself. I can do that, but she's a hater, so she's a hater. We're not gonna talk about that. She's always hating on my cutting skills. But okay, now you want to get 2 potatoes.
And always when you cut with potatoes, if you're not gonna use them right away, put some water in there so they will turn brown.
Yes, if you're not gonna use them right away, just get a bowl of water and put them in a bowl of water to go and soak till you're ready for them. Because don't just cut them and leave them out. And yeah, always keep your thumb close to the knife when you're peeling potatoes. That way you do not cut yourself. Because that way the knife don't build up enough pressure to cut you. So that's just a tip. All right, now when you peel your potato, you want to dice it into. Don't make them too small because then they'll mush out. So you're gonna make them decent size. And we're gonna place them in a bowl. Obviously, just to make sure they sit water so they don't change color. Okay, so you don't want your. All right, guys. Now we got the pot on. Now we're gonna add a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pot
To coat it.
to coat the bottom of the pot.
All right, guys. And then we're gonna get the veg and start to saute them a little on the pot before we put the goat in. As you can see, he did his little mix there. sausage down just a little, and then I'll add a little bit of the green seasoning we made previously. But I want to have this down a little more before I add in the goat.
Smells great, by the way. So all that mixed with in the flavors and the thyme and the sweet peppers.
The green onions,
the thyme.
the garlic.
Sorry, we need to add 6 garlic. So we add 6 garlic and cut it in half. Alright, we're going to add some of the seasoned, what do you call the seasoning again?
My green seasoning. I'm going to just add it like this.
Okay, we're going to show you guys, we did a video how to make it. We're gonna post that video so you guys can see it.
Just a little, because we season it with the meat already. And see how when you do it,
it just brings all the flavors together. It smells great.
And it doesn't, see, it minces away very well and it lasts very long. Ooh, smells so good. Smells the aroma.
We're gonna add a little bit more so it smells so good. Alright, now this is the final stir. Before we go. And how long do we saute for? About what? About a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Yeah, but just over time. Yeah. And now we're going to get the goat.
We're going to add the goat in.
The goat that we seasoned.
So there's the bowl of goat. We're going to pour it in. And we season it and we let it sit overnight. So it's well seasoned. So from the goat, you make sure your goat fully well seasoned.
Alright. So we're going to toss everything on. Try to get everything covered.
So you can like stir it up to get all the seasoning in the meat. All the peppers and everything, all the onions, all being glazed on the bottom.
And we're going to add a little bit of water and then cover it up.
Cover it up, and we're going to check on it every 10 to 15 minutes. It's not going to take too long on top of the stove because we had it marinating overnight. Yes, and that's going to break down the meat and make it soft and easier to cook. And now we're going to show you how much water we're going to put. You just want to put enough. We probably need a little bit more water.
But remember, we're going to make this fish, going to make its own water.
It's going to produce a little bit of water of its own. So, and like you're going to be checking on it every 10 minutes, just to make sure the water is not drying out and doesn't get burned on the stove. So just want to, and you could also add hot water at your kettle to keep the pressure up. So after you add the first water, all the other water after that, just make sure you have a kettle running with hot water, so that way you don't have to add cold water to it.
To make it take a while to cook.
Take longer to cook. So after that, always use your kettle and hot water.
Alright, so we're going to cover it up.
And we're going to come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and give it a stir. You just want to keep stirring it. Let's check on it. There you go. Alright, you just want to keep checking on it to make sure everything is going well. It's not sticking on the bottom of the pot.
It's popping. So we're going to cover it up again.
Alright, come back like I said every 10 minutes. Alright, now we're going to go ahead, we're going to stir it. See, now it's starting to fall on the bone now.
Fall off the bone.
Fall off the bone. The bone's starting to showing up. That's how you know you're getting there. So you continue stirring it. And like I said, if you're ever going to add water at this point, once it starts boiling, have a kettle or boiling water close by so you can pour it in there, so you keep on the pressure with the heat. You don't want to go ahead and add cold water because then it's going to take longer to cook. So you want to have a kettle boiling so you can add water, hot water throughout the whole time. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Now we're going to add 2 potatoes that we diced up and a handful of baby carrots.
As you can see, he really makes his potatoes very chunky. But
because I like potatoes, so I don't want them to mush out. And then we're going to add a little bit of spinners, which is just dumplings, just to thicken up and more flavor. And I like dumplings anyway, so
Okay, and then we're gonna cover it and let it simmer some more.
Alright, now we're gonna add a little bit more water. And just like we said, if you're gonna add water, make sure you add hot water from your kettle, so that way the temperature don't drop by adding cold water from your sink or from your bottle. So you want to stick with the hot water from your kettle or a pot. As long as you keep on hot water, that way the heat will continue to cook the meat quicker. And now we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make the little spinners. Add to your curry goat. Alright, want to start it up. Now at this point the meat's starting to get soft. So now we're gonna make our spinners, and then we're gonna make it sit till a slow boil, and we'll be finished. Just the smell. I mean, like, you go outside and smell how strong it is, and it smells great. So I'm definitely gonna eat me a couple plates of this. Alright, so you go ahead, you add the flour to the pot, to your bowl that you're gonna make it. Sorry for that pot comment. Yes, okay. Okay, that's enough flour. Okay, we're not really making a lot. We're just putting a little bit in the pot to thicken it, to thicken the gravy. Now we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Just be very careful with the salt that you added. And before you add salt to anything, I always want to taste your meat to make sure if you over salt it or just really well seasoned, so that way you know if you need to add salt or not to your spinners. So always keep those things in mind. Alright, now you're going to add your water. Now you're going to add your water to the bowl, into the flour. You just want to use your hand and stir it in. Alright, so you just add a little food and mix it in with your hand. So, and then with this is you can just make regular dumpling, but because of what we're doing, we're just making them in spinners, which you're gonna see what I mean by spinners. So this is the same recipe if you're gonna make Jamaican dumpling, if you make Jamaican fried dumpling, or just gonna make Jamaican boiled dumpling. It's the same idea. And you just want to use your hand and knead it, flip it around and use your finger to smush it in. That's how you'll knead the dough, the flour. I'll use all-purpose flour. Don't use self-rising. So use all-purpose flour. That's the flour you want to use. Is all-purpose. And we use about, how much flour do you think we use? Not about a pound of flour. All right. So it was. I said a pound. They corrected me and said I can't use pounds because they only sell 2 pounds package of flour. So it was 2.5 cups. Alright, now she's gonna make the spinners. There you go. Okay. Alright, you just want to take a decent amount of the flour off, and you just want to roll it in between your hand. Just roll it. There you go. And that's how you make the spinners. How much are you pinching off? Like, how much are you taking off? Alright, so okay, we taking a pinch off. Okay, so that's how you make the spinners. So she just taking a pinch off. Show me how much you got in your hand. Okay, so that's that. Okay, that's how much. So just a little ball. Okay. Alright, so that's a pinch. And you're just gonna rub it, and that's how you make your spinners. Alright. Hey guys, we're gonna add the spinners to the curry goat. This is just gonna thicken up the gravy, and it's just gonna make you more filling, more food. So, and
not everybody have to put dumpling.
You don't have to put dumpling. I just like to do it because I like dumpling, and they also thicken up the gravy.
And so we lower it down, so we're gonna put it up a little so it could cook the dumpling up. But right now we have it on medium low.
All right, it's fully cooked. We'll just add in the dumpling. I'm a huge fan of dumpling, by the way. So.
All right, guys. Let's put the stove up.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna stir the spinners in. Now she turned back up the heat. Alright, we'll turn back up the heat. And probably another
5 to 10 minutes.
5 minutes. Everything should be done. And we're gonna
plate it, and you guys will see it.
Then you see it. Alright guys, there you go. The goat finished. There you go the carrots, the potatoes, the dumpling, and everything is done. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and try the recipe. All the ingredients and everything will be listed in the description.
Or you watch a previous video of us seasoning it.
Alright, and have a wonderful day.